of virtualization implementing on block level storage, that is online volume expansion and non-disruptive data migration. See, we'll see how it is benefited with these two things when you're using block level storage virtualization, or when you are implementing FCSAN with the virtualization concept. See, without virtualization, you just say FCSAN, just you connect devices throughout the FCSAN. But when you implement the virtualization in the FCSAN, it is only block level, hence the name it is block level storage virtualization. And you have each and every block of data is called virtual volume in virtualization layer. And you have virtualization appliance where you store a file which contains all the pre-configured data about the operating system you are, or the environment you are working on, and this in turn will be mapped to the storage devices. See, what happened is, see, when you are comparing the offline uh, in FCSAN without virtualization and virtualization is, when you're using without virtualization, you are just using FCSAN. What was happening is, when you want to transfer or during do the migration, that is migration is nothing but transferring data from one port to the other port, or one device to the other device based on the requirements of client. When you want to do this, when you're using just FCSAN without virtualization, what was happening is, you need to go offline and pause all the activities which is going on with the server and the storage, and then you need to migrate, and then you need to overcome it. This was happening when you're using just FCSAN. But when you virtualization concept is included in the FCSAN, the online data migration is done, where when you want to transfer the data from one device to other device, or when you want to transfer the data from virtual volumes to the storage devices, there is no need of pausing any of the activities between the server and the storage or the virtualization layer. This will parallelly go on. This is one main advantage of how this thing is going on. And also, this is one online volume expansion, that is online volume expansion is nothing but no need to pause any of the operations which is going on. You can start expanding or giving more volumes. That is, you, for example, when you consider server 1 needs 4 blocks of all virtual volumes. You can just map it without pausing any of the activities. And this data migration, as I told, you can do it online. And one more thing is, why it is non-disruptive data migration. One thing is, when you're using just FCSAN without virtualization, what was happening is, virtualization, the data, when you want to migrate from one device to other, you need to pause the interaction which is going on between the servers and the storage with the FCSAN. But when virtualization concept came on, you can do it online. And one more thing which will not affect the data migration is that, before when you're using just FCSAN, the migration, that is data migration, is only pertaining to the data center. In particular data center, you can just do the data migration and you cannot connect to the other data center. This was one limitations in the FCSAN. But when the block level storage virtualization was enabled, then this block level storage virtualization, what benefited is, it can communicate, or it can send the data or receive data within the data centers. Throughout the data centers, one or more data centers, you can interact and get it, the data migration. This was one benefit of your block level storage virtualization. And here data migration, it can be within or between the data centers. There is no limit of migration or the data transfer which is taking place. This is two benefits which is very important and which is necessary for the parallel transmission or data transfer rate to increase. This is all about the block level storage virtualization. See the next, see this is block level storage virtualization across data centers. As I told, we have benefits of data being migrated across the data center. You can see here we have data center 1, we have data center 2, and during this virtual layer being implemented with the SAN connection, FC SAN connection, you can communicate with a number of data centers, and also you can communicate within the data center 1, and data center 1 can communicate with data center 2. All this access is given when you are implementing the virtualization block level storage in your FC SAN. This is the concept which is when which is done when the virtualization is involved in the FC SAN. Any doubts? Okay. See, the next concept is when you are speaking about virtualization in FC SAN, first we'll see what is what block level. We saw what is block level storage and how it is implemented and what are the benefits. The second thing which we need to study is virtual SAN, that is vSAN, and it is also called as virtual fabric, virtual SAN or virtual fabric. See here, what it does is, see when you have the FC SAN, you can see in the diagram the basic FC SAN. What it does is we have FC SAN, and vSAN is nothing but we are virtually creating n number of networks. That is your vSAN. That is logical. You can see in the definition, enables communication among a group of nodes regardless of their physical location in the fabric. See, in this process, what we do is we create n number of virtual SANs or networks, and we connect all these virtual SANs with the single FC SAN. You can see here we have a cloudy thing here, that is FC SAN. On this basis, we are creating a number of vSANs. And here, one important thing is connecting of servers, or here they are telling grouping of nodes is nothing but, as I'm telling from the previous classes, nodes is nothing but it may be server or the storage. Connecting of various servers or the storage from different location is enabled when you start implementing the virtual SAN, that is vSAN. See, you can see in the figure here, the first one is vSAN 10. The numbering is given vSAN 10 and vSAN 20. These are all the formats. You can see the physical division, that is vSAN 10 is connected to single FC SAN, and which has two servers and one storage, and vSAN 20 which is connected to two servers and one storage. Here what is happening is the communication is made feasible so that the servers which is out of the location can also communicate. And here you can see vSAN servers can store the data in the vSAN 20 storage also, and here also vSAN 20 storage can store the data in the vSAN 10 also. Throughout, there is a link between n number of nodes. The only advantage of this is we focus on connecting the devices which is out of the location, and also we see that whatever the network we have, we see that we'll connect to n number of location and it is optimally used. This is the only difference between your the the basic architecture and your vSAN. In vSAN, we are just we are dividing the SAN network into n number of virtual SAN, that is storage area networks, and we are connecting n number of devices. You can see virtually here, this is vSAN 10 and vSAN 20. And also, what are the advantages is, and vSAN is like when you create one vSAN, here we have vSAN 10 and vSAN 20 in our examples. It will be having its own servers and also zoning concept. Zoning is nothing but the group of nodes which is connected. It will be having their own group of connections and also configurations and also FC addresses. Fiber channel addressing is also there. In fiber channel addressing, we'll see we have domain ID, port ID, and area ID. It will be having all this addressing particular to the SAN. This is one important thing where each vSAN will be having their own fabric services like your servers, zoning process, configuration, and also FC addresses. And also, why vSAN is required is that the security is increased. That is, we have n number of factors where we have improvement over your regular architecture. The first one is the SAN security is increased, and scalability. Scalability is nothing but you can, for example, you have vSAN 10 and servers are connected, and you are out of the storage, then that is vSAN storage is almost full, then you can connect to the vSAN 20 storage and store the data from the servers from the different vSAN. In this way, the scalability process can be done. And availability is you can connect any it is available in all the time. If you don't connect to one server, you can connect do the communication with the other servers, and you can get the data. And also manageability, managing also quite easy when you compare to your regular vSAN architecture. And also, some of the advantages is it is easy to maintain, and it is flexible also. Flexible in the sense you can connect a number of servers, and you can also eliminate the servers which is not required for connection. And also, while creating the vSAN itself, you can see that to what vSANs you can communicate. You have n number of vSANs, that is virtual storage area network, so that you can configure on the application you are running on, and you can do the job. And also, it is less expensive because we are using only one single storage, and we are dividing the storage into n number of things, and we make sure that we connect it to large servers and the storage. Hence it is less expensive, and we need not offer for the other storages, or we need not buy for the servers which we want for the application. And these are the main advantages of virtual SAN. These are the two concepts I want to explain on virtual SAN. That is, when it is asked for, the question may be like, you can get separate questions of block level storage, or you may get separate question on virtual SAN. And also, when it is asked for SAN based virtualization, you may add the question may be on SAN based virtualization in second module. Then you need to explain block level storage virtualization and also virtualization SAN. See, in block level, you need to um, uh, uh, you need to figure a diagram of the architecture of how it is implemented, and also the difference of data centers which is connected through the virtualization layer, and you need to explain and list out the benefits. In virtual SAN, you have just one diagram, and you should explain how the process goes on, and you have a number of advantages and also benefits based on which the vSAN is working. This is all about the SAN based virtualization. See, the next concept we'll be seeing some of the topologies. Here we'll be seeing some of the